Hey everyone, Matthew here with another review on the Bricks by Mind YouTube channel. Whoops, I just knocked over those figures. That was pretty funny. Haha. Today we're going to be looking at one of my favorite sets of 2021 so far, the Chinese Spring Lantern Festival. Some set info. This is set number 80107 with 1,793 pieces, and it retails for $120 in the US. Super excited that this is available in the US. I do have one of the Chinese exclusive, the first year Chinese New Year sets. It was I think the Chinese New Year dinner. I have that one, which I'm super grateful to have, but I like this one more, honestly. This is just a beautiful set. So I'm going to start by looking at the set itself, and we'll look at the figures later on, so let's get right into that. Alright, so getting the minifigures out of the way, I think I'm going to start by kind of showing you the sidewalk section and then working my way into the build itself. And I'll probably also separate these because they do actually come apart in a modular style. Looks like we just lost some bamboo in the back here. Luckily that is easy enough to put back on. But they do separate in a modular style, and they are actually designed to kind of be integrated with modular buildings, which I'll show you towards the end of the video, I think. But yeah, let's start by kind of working our way left to right here. But here is one of the two main entrances of this park, and this is kind of just like a little park that fits into your modular buildings. It is stunning, and it looks really good to kind of break up the skyline. Yeah, you have this really nice like circular design here, and I think it might be a little easier to show you if I take it off. But very, very, very well built here. I love how it has the circle. I actually might try to build another Hobbit hole mock with this technique because I think it looks way better than what I have on my current Hobbit hole. But then yeah, just looking around the back, it doesn't look quite as nice, but you really will never see this angle of it. But you've got this little arch here that helps it integrate a little better into the modulars, because the modular buildings, the sidewalk comes back about this far, so it lets this butt up to where the buildings would start on an actual modular building. But then moving along, we have these really, really nice little banners here. I cannot read Chinese, so I don't know what these say, but I think it's cool that they're included, and I think they're really pretty looking. You also get quite a few really unique elements in this set. So this right here is the pumpkin element from 2019 in bright red, which is super cool. I don't know what I'd use it for outside of this set, but it is just nice to get. And then turning this around, we have a very similar like entrance to this side. I think it's actually built exactly the same, except this wall just extends a little bit further out. And yeah, I mean, I don't have much else to say for this. I love the use of this styled element here. And to better incorporate this with the modulars, this has two of these lanterns in the same style that all the modulars have, so you can really see where this set is designed to be integrated into your modular city. But yeah, let's start out looking a little bit further in. I'm going to start with the Pagoda side of this build. But yeah, so here is that. This is built on a 16 by 32 base plate, and the other one's a 32 by 32 base plate. They're both in this dark gray color, which I think is pretty rare. I'm pretty sure Ninjago City is built on dark gray base plates, but this one's really cool for the fact that if you do separate it, you can kind of use this as a little alleyway between two buildings, which if I remember, I'll show that also towards the end of the video. But yeah, there's not too much going on here. You've got some of these lanterns over here. Lots of this printed element. Let me zoom in a little bit there. You got lots of this printed. It's the year of the bull, so you get a lot of these printed trans red. It's very difficult to see, but get quite a few of those, which is really cool. I love getting that many of that element. It looks great. I don't know what I use it for outside of this, but I think it's cool to get. But then moving further back, you've got this little pagoda with a tiny tea table in there, and it is absolutely beautiful. Again, there's some more Chinese characters up here that I cannot read. If you know the translation, let me know. But Chinese has so many different characters that I've not gone through to translate these. I'm sorry, but yeah, just moving around the back. This was, when I built the pagoda, I was honestly stunned by the way it's constructed. You get some really cool elements. One of my favorites is the banana in dark blue, which I don't know what else I'd use that for. Again, with many of these pieces, I don't know what I'd use them for, but they are really cool to get. And you also get some candlesticks in dark blue as well, which is very interesting. You also get candlesticks in like the bright spring green here for the bamboo and dark green on the other bamboo trees. But around the back you just have some more rock work and not much going on. I like the way this is built up. It's a lot simpler than I thought it would be when I saw it in pictures, but that's okay. And then you've got this path that continues more prominently on the other side. But yeah, lots of green space, but it's mixed in well with the path. Oh, completely forgot to mention, I was looking at the front, you've got this really cool like little statue minifigure with some more characters. I'm gonna assume this is some kind of advertisement for the Lantern Festival, but again, I can't read this, but you've got a 2021 there. Pretty cool. I'm gonna assume this has something to do with the Year of the Bull. But yeah, I like that a lot, and it stands on this little podium right here. And also forgot to mention, wow, you've got this nice little brick sidewalk path that leads into both sides of this. But then moving on to the other section, this is probably the more visually appealing section of this set. However, I do think that the whole thing looks really good, especially when it's put together. But this is where you're gonna have the little lake, little pond that has the bridge going over it, very reminiscent of Ninjago City Gardens. I mean, I built that not too long ago, and the water is built in the exact same way. I do think this looks a little nicer because it does get some of that sand integration down in there. But yeah, you've got the sidewalk that continues all the way through and goes out to the other side, which I like the continuity there. Lifting this up, you've got these awesome koi fish in here. I really, really love that print, and I might want to buy some more of that if I ever want to build a custom Ninjago City mock. It looks like I've also got a wand stuck in there. That's not supposed to be there. But you also have some lanterns, which is what the festival is for, and they are really well built. That's the eggshell piece with the one of the bionicle eyes, I think. It's also used on droidicas, but very cool to see that there. And the pond just kind of continues around, and if the light strikes it right, you can see the layers underneath with the sand and the dark green in the middle to just make it a simulation of depth. And then in the back here, you've got this really nice looking bamboo. I've never seen bamboo built like this, but it is really effective and quite beautiful. Along with that, you've got these lanterns strung across back there. Again, you get more of that printed held element and that pumpkin, which is really cool. And then this right here, which I'll remove so you can see it better, but this is like a bull statue for the Year of the Bull, and this is so cool. I absolutely love this. I have no complaints with this, and it actually lights up, and you can see the light coming out the sides as well as the head, which is really cool, especially when you've got that on there. It's really visible, especially if you have the lights turned off. It's super cool and really adds to the ambiance of this set. I find this to be just a very like ambiance heavy set, and that's why I like it so much, I think. It's just something I feel like LEGO doesn't do too often, so I'm always kind of a sucker for sets like that. But yeah, that's about it for the set itself, but let's go ahead and look at the minifigures that come with this. Alright, so here are the first two minifigures of this set, and these are like the two children that this set includes. Not the biggest fan of these, but they have really cool torso prints. I've never seen either of these before. This one looks like a monkey kid print of some kind, which is really cool. And this one's just like a little unicorn t-shirt. I feel like that could probably work well if they used it in Minions, if they ever made like the kids from Minions. But yeah, I really like this Monkey Kid jacket, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in a Monkey Kid set, but I'm not too familiar with some of those. So yeah, he's also got this really nice scarf in red. This, I think, was originally introduced on Jay from the Ninjago movie CMF, but he's also got a lantern, and there's a better look at that print on all of the printed trans red heads. But yeah, looking at them without their hair, let's see. They both have alternate head prints. Hers is really interesting. His is pretty boring, but his is just like the generic child face. But yeah, both very, very nice figures. Super happy with both of them, but like probably the least interesting in my opinion. But yeah, let's look at some more. Alright, up next we have who I presume to be the kids' parents in this set, although it's not officially stated anywhere. Very, very nice. I absolutely love this guy's torso. I think it might be exclusive to this set, although I'm not sure, but it has printed arms, which is like shocking, and just a really nice sweater. I might put this on a J minifigure because I'm trying to collect a sweater for all the ninja, just because I think it's fun. But yeah, her torso print is also really nice, and also one I've not seen previously. But yeah, both of them have pretty generic hair pieces. But looking around the back, she has a single-sided face, and he has one without glasses. Now, something to note about these figures and these characters, these two and the kids I just showed you, is they're very similar to some other characters that were included in the Chinese New Year set dinner. In fact, I think they use the same head prints and hair, so I think they are intended to be the same characters. But here are those from that set, and they're identical, same faces, same hair. Actually, no, now that I look at it, these faces are slightly different, but I think they're intended to be the same character. But yeah, really interesting. And I think these guys also came in the Giant Festival Temple from 2020. Not positive, but just a interesting little callback to those. The kids are, I think, slightly different. The male child has a different hairpiece. The girl does have the same hairpiece as she does in that set, but I think these ones are way more similar. But yeah, very good figures. Love this guy's torso print, but otherwise pretty generic. Moving on, we have probably my two favorite figures in this set, and those are like the 2021 Celebratory figures. These just look so good to me. I actually hadn't even noticed this before right now, but it looks like they have like little bull, like stuffed bull horns on their hood, like the printed hoods on the back, which is so awesome. He's got like a little drink here. I'm gonna probably assume that's bubble tea or something like that, with the giant straw. But yeah, the 2021 torsos are so cool. And then she has a selfie stick with a smartphone on there, very nice looking. And looking at the back of their heads, both are single-sided. A little disappointing, but you know, it's okay. The torsos kind of make up for it. But yeah, I mean, and her single-sided expression is very good, I think. But yeah, really good figures. And then our final minifigure for this set, getting them out of here, is this guy. Really funny looking. I love his torso, and I love his accessory, and I love his face print. Not my favorite in this set. I do like the 2021 minifigures more, but yeah, there is his torso. He's got like this little satchel going on, and he's got a bowl of, I think, dumplings and a spoon. I actually think it would have been cool if they included wand elements to use as chopsticks instead, because I think this is supposed to be set in China, and last time I checked, they do not use forks and knives and spoons that much there. I know they do use spoons to an extent, but for the food he's eating, I think he should be using chopsticks. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a culture expert on Chinese culture. However, I'm pretty sure these would be eaten with chopsticks. But yeah, really fun figure. Great. I don't have much else to say about him. I don't know if the torso is exclusive, but yeah, let's go ahead and look at how the set connects to some other modular buildings. And real quick before I get into how this connects to other modular buildings, I realized I forgot to show you this really kind of weird bunny toy that was included with the little girl minifigure. Very creepy looking. I don't like the red eyes. I definitely think it's intended to be a toy and not a bunny on a roller skate, but very weird. I'm gonna assume it's like would be pulled on a string, but yeah, I don't really know what to make of this, and it's pretty strange. But yeah, let's get into how this looks with modular buildings. Alright, so here's just a little look at how this looks next to the bookstore from, I think, 2020. And I absolutely love how this looks next to modular buildings. It transitions super well. I mean, you can see what I was talking about earlier with that archway in there, how it helps it transition from the park to the building. Definitely a little jarring how there's this much space between the sidewalk and this, but it definitely does feel intended to connect. And then here's what I was talking about before, about how if you wanted, you could put the just the pagoda section in between two buildings, and if you don't have as much room in your city, or you just want to kind of have an alleyway, this looks really cool also. Definitely not as like expansive as the full set would be, but it does still look quite good. And if we turn this around real quick, the backs work out pretty well too. It's not too much space, and it kind of feels like it is meant to connect. I don't know, it just does feel very good there. But yeah, I definitely recommend displaying the full set. I think if you're going to buy this, you should go all in with it and display it with your other buildings. And I also don't know if I'd recommend this set as much if you don't have any other modular buildings. It is still really nice, but it is better with modular buildings. But yeah, let's go into my final thoughts on this set. Alright, so here's the set kind of in its entirety with all of the minifigures set up or sitting around here, and I mean, it is stunning. I highly recommend it. I bought this at the LEGO store for retail. and I think it's worth every cent. It does have a really good price to part also. I think it's like 7 or 8 cents for a $120 set is super, super good. I honestly don't really have any complaints with this besides maybe some of the minifigure head prints, but I definitely did not buy this for the minifigures. It's really stunning. I recommend it, especially if you have a decent sized modular display. I only have 3, but it still looks super nice with all of those, and it definitely kind of creates a nice flow with the buildings. But yeah, I highly recommend this set. If you can find it at your LEGO store on lego.com, I recommend you pick it up if you can. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this set down in the comments below. If you have it, let me know if you're how you're displaying it, if you're displaying it with modulars. I'm very curious to know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Matthew.